Hi there, Sandra here from Creating Spain. Today I'm having a bit of fun. A friend of mine, Kat from Kat's Cards and Creations, asked me if I would like to make her Gingerbread Lane village. So the file comes, when you buy it, the file comes in different formats. There is an SVG, there is an FCM, obviously for brother machines, and there is also a Silhouette Studio file. So this is just one of the houses, and what I've used is a white pen to do all the drawing, and I did this on my Scan and Cut, and it's a white Signo broad tip pen, and it just makes it look really nice. As you can see, it's a really good white, which is important if you want the detail to stand out. I did try using a finer tip pen and I didn't like the result, but this broad tip one, yeah, that works fine. Now, if you're going to put anything behind the windows, do it before you actually put the file together. I've put some double-sided tape on the back here, and I've got a piece of pinky coloured plastic. This is like a document folder type thing. You can use acetate, you can use tissue paper, you can use crepe paper if you want, you can use vegetable papers, all these sorts of things, vellums, whatever happens to be lying around. And if you decide to use a straightforward plain acetate, took the whole thing off then, plain acetate, you can get an alcohol marker and colour it from the back if you want to, if you do want to add a bit of colour to it. Double-sided tape, a bit of plastic, easy peasy and no mess. We like no mess. So as you can see, you can still see through that, but if you're going to put a light behind it, it's going to look very pretty. Now the file has got all the score lines done with dashed lines, so it's really simple to fold these where they need to be folded. I've used a pretty thick card here. It's somewhere in the region of 300 GSM, something like that. It's one that I get from Aldi or Lidl. So that's one side of the building. We've got the other side here. And we have the roof and we have the window frames. And we have a tiny little bit of decorative snow as well. It's a good idea to put your window frames on again before you fold everything up. It's just easier to do it when things are flat. So the frames in this particular house come in 2 single pieces, and you can just glue those together and then apply over the window. An alternative way of constructing this is this rather peculiar way of doing it, but it's quite effective. You put the 2 pieces together at the side there, then you attach one side of the roof, making sure that you attach it to the back of the house along that line, so that then when you fold it all up, it's easy to fold up because it's still flat, but you have that roof piece in situ ready to be finished. It just makes it easier to make sure that you get the roof in exactly the right position because it's already on one side. So then to this side and this side here, put it down flat so that you can press it down, and you can wait for that to be stuck before you do the rest of it, which is then very, very easily done. You just add the glue, make sure you line that up with the back, and then the rest will have no choice but to be in the right place. So here we have all of my little houses. Now I think they look a little sort of Scandinavian, if you like, because of the colour scheme. I didn't have the kind of supplies of brown card that I could actually do all of them in the same colour, but I think this has worked out well because of the variety of colour, and it's very seasonal. For the base for these houses to sit on, there's a two-piece component, and what you do is you slot them together like so. Now, I haven't looked at any instructions on how to do this, but that would seem to make the most sense to me. So that's what I'm going to assume is the case. And I'll just use my s'more applicator. So I'm going to do it with the box out flat first of all. Put some glue on the tab there. Put some glue under this one. Like so. Can turn it over the other way and can put some glue under here and some glue under here. Now if you're really concerned about getting it all straight, then I suggest you line it up against a ruler, and then that way you will do. I'm just eyeballing this. I think it's good enough if it's eyeballed. So now you want to put glue on the back of your little tabs. Make sure it's square and pinch. Now what you have to do is put a little glue on the top edges and start to stick those down. In the far there are also these little squares that you can stack up and use as feet. Now it might be handy to put them on the underside of the houses if you were trying to put wires and things underneath it. If you're just using the little individual tea lights, then you wouldn't need to do that. So here's our finished project, which I think is really quite charming. And if you want to do the utmost with it, you can put tea lights inside. You could, if you wanted to, just use them individually in different places on different shelves, or you can group them together. And of course you can use something like this fake snow if you want to make it look really, really Christmassy, but you don't have to. If you wanted to change this up a little bit, you could use silver or gold pens to do all the decorative drawing. Or if you have young children, you could give them the cutouts and let them decorate them. But I like this very classic Nordic look. Okay, that's it. If you happen to want to buy the file, I will leave a link down below, and Kat has very kindly offered you a 20% discount. I'll see you again soon. Take care now.